Okay, good evening, guys. Actually,
evening, sir.
yeah, I hope the board is visible. Kindly bear for today. There's a power cut. Okay, just a minute. Yes, the board visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Hope it comes soon. Okay. So the available thing, I've just made it. Just check me. Is it inverted or is it proper? Is
It's
it proper?
sir. Proper, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There are only few students. Okay, they're still coming. Let's just wait 1 more minute and we'll start. Okay. Meanwhile, you can write the chapter name as polynomials. As you know, we have started with polynomials. Okay, we'll discuss this. Put today's date. Make a habit of writing the date. Okay. So let's start with polynomials. Yeah. Just 1 more minute. Let's start. Okay. Let's start it. So you already learned the chapter polynomials in your 9th standard, isn't it? So let's recapitulate what are the things that you have learned 9th standard. Then let's move forward. Okay. Now, before getting into that, can anyone tell me what is a polynomial? What is a polynomial?
Which
Guys?
has many terms.
Sorry, which has?
Many terms.
Which has any terms?
Many.
Many terms. Okay. Which has many terms? Okay. Which has many terms? Okay. Okay. Any other answer?
Sir,
What
which
are
has more than 4 terms.
which have
4 or more than 4.
Which have 4 more than 4. Okay. Good. Good. Any other answer?
Sir, more than 2 algebraic terms.
Okay, more than 2 algebraic terms. Okay, good, good. Okay, so you basically everyone is telling more than 4 or more than 2. Okay, okay. But
Sir, it's very dim, sir. Can you light it up your room?
sorry,
Sir, your room's light is very dim. Can you light it up?
I didn't get you, Adarsh. The voice is breaking for me.
Sir, your room's lighting is very dull. Can you light it up?
Because there is no power, Adarsh. That's what I said in the beginning of the class. Okay, there's no power here. Okay, I'm sorry for that. I can't do anything with that. Okay, I'm just hoping the power comes back. Okay, it's gone from afternoon 2 o'clock. Okay, so throughout this area, some electric work is going on. From 1 week, we are having the same issues. Okay, hope so. The power comes. Okay, kindly, I mean, adjust for today. Okay, yeah. So yes, you were telling more than 4 terms or more than 2 terms. But last year, when you were doing polynomials, didn't you have like this only 1 term? Didn't you see anywhere like this? You were asked to find a zero of a polynomial. Find the zero of the polynomial p of x is equal to 9x. You had only so much. Do you remember that? Or
Yes,
someone said more than 4 terms is known as polynomial. But in that polynomial chapter, you were given a question. Find the zero of the polynomial 3x plus 5. As you can see, there are only 2 terms. But we were studying in the polynomials chapter. What you guys said was more than 4 terms is a polynomial. Okay, ಅದೇ polynomial chapter ಅಲ್ಲಿ question correct ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Find the zero of the polynomial 3x plus 5. ಇದನ್ನ polynomial ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But what you said was more than 4 term, more than 4 term ilvalla. So do you agree that it should be some modification in the definition what we said? Do you agree with me? We have to, what we said is almost correct, but we have to modify it. Okay, let's learn the actual formula. I mean, actual meaning of the polynomial. This is also a polynomial. This is also a polynomial. More than 4 terms agidre matra polynomial antala. Even when I was in my lower classes, I also learned the same way. But the actual thing is something else. Let's learn it. Before that, I want you guys to know certain things. Okay, what are the certain things that I want you to know? Variable, constant, and algebraic expression. I want you guys to know all this meaning so that it will be easy for me to get into polynomials. Okay, so these are the 4 things that we're going to look in the short time. Okay, now what is a variable? The name itself indicates it varies. Okay, it is a symbol where its value is not fixed. It keeps varying. For example, all the English alphabets, X, Y, Z, everything are known as what? Variables, because their value is not fixed. I can take, for example, X. I can take it as 5, or you can take it as 10. Some other guy can take it as 0. It's their wish. The values are not fixed. So we call it as what? Variable. And the name itself indicates constant. The value is fixed. For example, the numbers. What is this? It is called as 1. The value of it is known as 1. It is 1 for me and 1 for the entire universe. It doesn't change. Its value is fixed. If I take this symbol, this is also a symbol. What is the value of this? The value of this is 2. Does the value, does the value changes for anyone? No. It remains the same. So we call it as constant. So we got to know what is variable, what is constant. Can anyone tell me what is an algebraic expression? What's an algebraic expression? What's an algebraic expression? This. Am I audible properly?
Algebraic expression is built up with integers, constants, variables, and algebraic operations.
Okay, algebraic operations. Very good, excellent, excellent. I don't know who it was. Okay, because I'm using the mobile, I won't get to know who is it. Okay, excellent. It was good. As your friend said, algebraic expression andre no, it is built or it is a combination of variables and constants. You're combining variables and constants. How are you combining? Using algebraic operations or arithmetic operators, which are those plus and minus. For example, like this. This is a variable. This is a constant. I've combined them to a plus sign. So we call this as an algebraic expression. Let's see some more algebraic expressions. X squared plus 3x plus 9. Or let's take minus 9. Or let's take x squared plus 1 by x. Square root of x plus 2. Let's say x to the power of minus 3 plus 5x squared. Many, all these things are what? Algebraic expressions. Why? You're just combining variables and constant using plus or minus sign. Okay. And each thing, whenever a plus or minus sign comes, each thing is called as a term. This is a term, this is a term, this is a term. But here, when I say 5x squared, can you say it is a 2 term? No, it's 1 term. When they're in product, when they're in multiplication, they're considered to be 1 term. This is 1 term. This is 1 term. Whenever the plus or minus sign comes, only then the terms arise. Okay. So here also you got 2 term. Here also you got 2 term. All these are known as algebraic expressions. Okay. But we are discussing polynomials. Why do we need all this? Now listen carefully. Polynomials are also algebraic expressions. Polynomials kuda one ರೀತಿಯ algebraic expressions. But ಏನ್ difference ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ polynomials ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ variables power ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ positive ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. It should be a whole number. The powers of the variable should always be a whole number. Okay. Let's identify. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು polynomials, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರೀ algebraic expression ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Now if you observe, the variable is x. x ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ 1 ಇದೆ. So the power of x is 1. ಈ 1 ಅನ್ನೋದು whole number ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? Yes. So therefore this is a polynomial. ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ just variables ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, variables power ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. So variable is x, ಅದರ power ಏನಿದೆ 2. Okay. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು variable ಇದೆ x, the power variable is 1. 2 and 1 belong to whole number. Okay, this is also a polynomial. But when you come to this, observe carefully. Yeah, please mute yourself. When you come to this, is this a polynomial? Is this a polynomial? You might say, yes, sir, it is a polynomial. Actually, power 2 is power 1 is but if you get it to the numerator, the standard form is all the variables should be in the numerator. X square. If I reciprocal it, it will become x power minus 1, isn't it? I'm sorry, not reciprocaling it. If I get it to the numerator, it become x power minus 1 using laws of exponents. Alva? Now here it is 2, but here it is negative 1. So this is not a polynomial. Yake idu polynomial agalla? Because the power is a negative number. Whole numbers andre yav ತರ irutte 0, 1, 2, 3, so on irutte. It won't have any negative number. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ negative number ಇದೆ. This is not a polynomial. What about this? Is this a polynomial?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, because there is a negative power. This is not a polynomial. What about this now? Is this a polynomial?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's a polynomial.
No. See here. ಈ root x ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ root x ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ x to the power of 1/2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. nth root of x ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಓದ್ಬೋದು? nth root of x. ಈ n ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹುಕ್ ತರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದರೊಳಗಿದೆ. So nth root of x, we read it as nth root of x. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ x to the power of 1 divided by n. ಆ ಹುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ 1 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 3 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಈ 3 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಹುಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ರೂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ರೂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಟನ್ as what? X to the power of 1/2. So this is x to the power of 1/2 plus 2. Now tell me, is it a polynomial?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Because the power is the fraction. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So ಯಾವ algebraic expression polynomial ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? For whichever the power is a whole number. Okay, that is what you have to note. Okay, so ಇವಾಗ polynomials ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. From now onwards, please don't tell more than 4 ಇದ್ರೆ polynomial ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. Everything is a polynomial. ಏನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್? ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಹೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, 0 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Okay. Let's discuss few more things, then we'll get into the notes. Okay. Next important concept is I'm going to do degree of a polynomial. Adralliro types na nodona. Then other types of polynomials. Other types of polynomials. These are the 3 things. Again, we're going to look into it. Okay. Let's start with the degree. What do you mean by degree of a polynomial? What is meant by degree of a polynomial? Anyone?
Power of the polynomial.
The highest power of the polynomial. Bari power alla. The highest power of the polynomial is known as the highest power of the variable. Sorry. The highest power of the variable is known as the degree of the polynomial. For example, x power 5 plus 4x cube. Let's take minus 4x power 5 plus 7. Okay. Idralli irodu variable yavadu? X. Alva. X the highest power enide?
5. 5.
Degree of this polynomial is 5. Let's take another one. What is the degree of this polynomial?
100.
100. Very good, very good, very good. What is the degree of this polynomial?
5.
It's not a
5.
polynomial.
Very good, very good. Who was it? Can I know who was it?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Diksha, sir.
Okay, very good, Diksha. Very good. Excellent. So you have to observe. Wantedly, I give this. First of all, this is not a polynomial. Why? If I get this to the numerator, x to the power 2, x to the power minus 2 agutte. Alva? So minus 2 is a negative 1. This cannot be a polynomial. You have to look into it. Them question alli ee ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ twist ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I just wantedly gave it. Okay, polynomial concept ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. This is not a polynomial, so degree ಅನ್ನೋದು won't come into act. Okay, so I hope everyone has got it. Now, what are the types? Okay, based on the degree, you have certain types. Okay, if the degree of the polynomial is 1, then we call it as what? Already
Monomial.
ಮಾಡಿದೆ. No.
Linear.
Pair of linear equation ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? Linear equation ಅಂದ್ರೆ
linear.
ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಪವರ್ 1 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ 1 ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಇಸ್ 1. ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಪವರ್ 1 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ 1 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as ಲೀನಿಯರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎರಡು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು? 1 ಆಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. That is why we call it as linear equation in 2 variable. So if the degree is 1, we call it as a linear. Okay, let's write down some examples. For example, 3x, 4x plus 9, minus 2x plus 5. All these are linear because the highest power of the variable is what? 1. Generally, ax plus b. That is the general form. For the linear polynomial, the general form is ax plus b. Next, if degree is 2, we call it as quadratic. If degree is 2, we call it as quadratic. Okay. So basically some examples: x square minus 9, 3x square plus 5x plus 2. All these are quadratic polynomials. Why are these called as quadratic polynomials? Because the degree is 2. Okay. I guess if I write the other side, it's not visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Please let me know if something is not. Yeah, please tell me, okay, if it is not visible. Since I'm using my mobile, I won't get. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah, good. So the degree of the polynomial is 2, therefore it is called as quadratic. Can anyone guess me the standard form here? Can you tell me the standard form? It is
bx plus c.
ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, that's the standard form. And if the degree is 3, we call
Cubic.
it as cubic. And the standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Decreasing orders of powers are x cube, x square, x and d. Some examples: x cube minus 1, x cube plus 1. All these are cubic polynomials. Okay. Is there any doubt? Now let's quickly do some more things. Other types of polynomials are monomial, binomial, and trinomial. Okay, monomial, binomial, trinomial. What is a monomial now? What is a monomial?
Single term. With one term.
With one non-zero term. That is the word that I'm expecting. Okay, non-zero term. Yake non-zero term? Suppose ನಾನು 0 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು one term ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 0 ಅನ್ನೋದೇ one term. Can I say it is a monomial? No. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. 0 ಬರೀ 0 ಇದ್ರೆ we call it as zero polynomial. Okay, that's a different thing. So like this, 5x, 6x square, 7x, all these are what? Monomial. Binomial andre 2 non-zero terms. Okay, x plus 5, x square minus 9, 3x plus 2, all those stuff. Trinomial andre 3 terms irutte, 3 non-zero terms. You have to use the word non-zero because ನಾನು ಈ ತರ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ 3x square plus x plus 0 ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ can I call it as a trinomial? Can I call it as a trinomial?
No, sir.
No, because if you add with 0, you get the same thing, right? It's actually a binomial. Okay. Now, so 3 non-zero terms, we call it as trinomial and so on. Okay. Shall we quickly note it down? Yeah. Let's quickly note it down. Then we'll get on to the other things. Okay. These are just the basics. Okay. First, let's start with polynomial definition. Please write it down. You might feel today it's not required, but later someday you will definitely require. Okay, write it down. An algebraic expression in which the powers of the variables involved are whole numbers. Are whole numbers only. Example, x square plus 5x, x cube minus 1, 4x plus 9, etc. Okay, I'll also give you some examples for which are not a polynomial. X square plus 1 by x square, root x plus 5, x to the power of 3 by 2 plus 5x plus 9, etc. are not polynomials. Are not polynomials. Okay. Next one is degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. The highest power of the variable, the highest power of the variable in the polynomial, is known as degree, is known as its degree. Example, x power 5 plus 4x cube plus 2. Here degree is 5. 4x power 9 plus 3x cube plus 3x minus 1. So here the degree is 9. I'm just giving all this for your reference, okay? Is it done, guys? Please respond.
Sir, writing.
1 minute, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope you have finished it. Let me erase this. Okay. So take down the note. Then we discussed about the types, right? We'll write it down. If the degree equal to 1, it is called as what? Linear polynomial. So let's see some examples like x plus 5, 3x plus 2, 4x minus 3, and let's also write the general form ax plus b. Okay, at the last I'll be giving you the general form. Okay, if degree is 2, what do we call it as? We call it as what?
Quadratic polynomial.
Quadratic polynomial. We call it as a quadratic polynomial. Example, x square plus 5x. It need not be in x itself. I'm giving everything in x. It can be in y, m, p, q, any variable. Okay. X square minus 25. Ax square plus bx plus c. And remember, what are this a and b? X is the variable, a and b are constants. And here also, a, b, c are the constants, x square and x is the variable. And remember here a cannot be 0. If a becomes 0, you'll end up with b, only b, which is a constant polynomial. So here a should not be equal to 0. Similarly, if a becomes 0 here, then it will become a linear polynomial, isn't it? Because the degree is 1. So that's why a should not be equal to 0. Okay, and if the degree is 3, we call it as cubic polynomial. We call it as cubic polynomial. Let's see some examples. X cube minus 1, x cube plus 1, and the general form ax cube. Write it here itself. A is not equal to 0. Here also a is not equal to 0. Even here you will get the same thing, bx square plus cx plus d. A is not equal to 0. Okay, you can write it in brackets. Don't put comma, it will give different meaning. Okay. Within the bracket a is not equal to 0. Now based on the degree we have seen 3. Based on the number of terms, let's see. Okay, monomial, only one non-zero term, only one non-zero term. Example 5x, 6x square, 7x cube, so on. Okay, let's take some negative also, minus 7x cube. Binomial, only two non-zero terms, only two non-zero terms. Example 5x plus 9, x square minus 25, x cube plus 1, so on. That's your binomial. Next, let's see trinomial. How many terms? Only 3 non-zero terms. Idu kuda polynomial hai. This monomial is also polynomial. Idu polynomials hai, but idike specific name ide. What is the specific name? Monomial. This is all these are polynomials itself, but adikon specific name kottidare, binomial anta. Okay. Only 3 non-zero terms. Okay. Example x square plus 5x minus 6, then x power 4, 3x power 4 plus 4x cube minus 3x. All these are examples for trinomial. So remember, bari 3 terms idre adana trinomial antivi, polynomial anta helala. Nothing like that. This is also a polynomial, but idikon specific name ide. 3 terms irodrinda we call it as trinomial. If you finish, please let me know.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, after 5x minus 6, is it 2 or 3?
5x minus 6, comma. Next one, 3x power 4 plus 4x cube minus 3x. Any 3 terms, man, it need not be the same thing. Any three terms, you have it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good,
Yes.
good. Okay, good. Now the actual chapter begins. Okay. Ishtoten sir ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ. Okay. Let's I hope you're finished. Let's discuss some more. Then we'll get into other things. Okay. Now, there is a very, very important topic known as zeros of a polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. And from now onwards, I'll be representing a polynomial as p of x. P of x ಅಂದ್ರೇನು polynomial in variable x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ x ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು p of y ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ polynomial in variable y. Variables ಎಲ್ಲ y ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. It need not be p, it can be anything. It can also be g of x or g of y, h of x or h of s. h of s ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಈ ತರ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ polynomial in variable x. Any alphabet followed by within the bracket some variable like this. If I write it, it is some kind of a polynomial in variable x. Okay, you have to remember that. Now, what is the zero of a polynomial? You've already learned in the previous year. Can anyone tell me what is the zero of a polynomial?
Data.
Variable zero.
Polynomial 0.
Sorry, come again.
Sir, any value of a variable which makes the polynomial 0.
Excellent. Very good. So any value of x, okay, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಇರಲಿ ಆ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ the final value of the polynomial should be equal to 0. For example, let's take a polynomial. Okay, let's take a polynomial p of x is equal to x minus 5. ಈ x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ x ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋಣ. So 5 minus 5 ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? 0 ಬಂತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 is a zero of this polynomial. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆ 5 ನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 0 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. Let's take something else. Let's take x square minus 9. Can anyone tell me what is the zero of this polynomial? 3. Okay, 3 ಹಾಕಲ್ವಾ? x ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ 3 ಹಾಕೋಣ. 3 square minus 9. 3 square is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Okay. So 3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ಕೆ final answer 0 ಬಂದಿದೆ. So 3 is the zero of this polynomial. Anything else for this? ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? 3 ಒಂದೇನಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೇನು ಫೈನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0 ಬರಲ್ವಾ? ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If you observe carefully, p of minus 3. x ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ minus 3 ಹಾಕೋಣ. minus 3 whole square is also 9. ಯಾಕೆ? minus 3 whole square ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? minus 3 into minus 3. minus into minus plus 3 3s are 9. minus 3 whole square ಅಂದ್ರೆ minus 3 into minus 3. So minus into minus plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 3 into 3 9 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 9 minus 9 is 0. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 is also 0 of this polynomial. minus 3 is also 0 of this polynomial. 3 ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು 0 of a polynomial. minus 3 ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು 0 of a polynomial. Now, what was the degree of this polynomial?
2.
2. Okay, degree 2. What is the degree of this polynomial?
1.
So, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು polynomial ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು zeros ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be equal to the degree. Here degree 1 ಇತ್ತು, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು 0 ನೇ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. That is 5. 0 of a polynomial is only one thing. ಇಲ್ಲಿ degree 2 ಇತ್ತು, so you got 2 zeros of polynomial. One is 3 and another one is minus 3. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಒಂದು polynomial ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು zeros ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. For example, if I take like this, x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Now, how many zeros can you get? How many zeros can you get for this polynomial?
3.
Because the degree is 3. Degree 3 ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 3 values ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 3 values ನು ಈ x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 0. ಖಂಡಿತ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's write down that as a note. First ಇದನ್ನ definition ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? x ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. any real number a is said to be zero of a polynomial p of x if p of a is equal to 0. ಏನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಏನ ಇವಾಗ 0 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಏನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 0 ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ a is known as the zero of the polynomial. Example, 5 is the zero of the polynomial 5 is the 0 of the polynomial x minus 5. ಯಾಕೆ ಈ 5 ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ 5 minus 5 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 3n minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial of the polynomial x square minus 9. Okay, then let's take it as a note. Number of zeros of a polynomial, polynomial will be equal to its degree. Number of zeros of a polynomial will be equal to its degree. Is it finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
1 second, sir. 1 second.
Okay.
Finish, sir.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. If you had observed last year alla you ಜಾಸ್ತಿ 9th standard ಅಲ್ಲಿ you were learning linear polynomials ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Find the zero of the polynomial 3x plus 5 4x plus 2. Usually we are learning about linear polynomial itself. This year we are going to learn more about quadratic polynomials. The next step, we are going to learn only about quadratic polynomial. Okay, quadratic polynomial. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ quadratic polynomial ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? When do we say a polynomial is quadratic?
which has 2 degrees.
Degree is 2.
Which has a degree equal to 2. Which has 2 degrees alla, which has a degree equal to 2. Okay, so 2 degrees and a different meaning. Okay, which has a degree equal to 2. Very good. And what was the standard form I have given?
Ax square plus b
Plus
plus
x plus c.
Yeah, very good. Ax square plus bx plus c. Alva. So we are going to learn only about those polynomials. ಇವಾಗ quadratic polynomials ಅಂದ್ರೆ degree 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. So ಎಷ್ಟು zeros ಬರುತ್ತೆ for a quadratic polynomial?
2 zeros.
Okay na? Now for this concept you don't have derivation, but I'll just give it as it is. Okay, let's say if ax square plus bx plus c is a polynomial ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇದೊಂದು polynomial. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು 2 zeros ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? We will get 2 zeros. ಒಂದನ್ನ alpha ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. This is known as alpha. ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನ beta ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. Okay, where this strike is extended. Okay, this line. So this is known as alpha and this is beta. What are this alpha and beta? Zeros of this polynomial. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು zeros ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಒಂದನ್ನ alpha ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನ beta ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Is it clear? I have taken one as alpha, the other one I have taken as beta. Is it clear for everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Now you can see the coefficients. X square the coefficient a there, x the coefficient b there, the constant number is c. There is a relationship between a, b, c and this zeros. There is some kind of relationship. Okay, what is that relationship? We don't have the derivation. Okay, let's quickly get into this concept. These zeros na add madre, we call it as sum of zeros. Okay, we call it as sum of zeros. That will be exactly equal to negative of b divided by a. That will be exactly equal to negative of b divided by. Alpha and beta are the zeros. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು zero ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದನ್ನ alpha, I have taken another one as beta. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it will be equal to what? Minus b by a. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, if I multiply alpha and beta, it will be equal to positive c by a. So in your exams, definitely they'll ask you this relationship between zeros and the coefficients. ಇದನ್ನ coefficients ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದನ್ನ zeros ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇದೆ. What is that? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then it's a kind of a formula. Okay. Let's write down that. This is what we are going to do in the next coming days. We are going to do only this. Let alpha and beta be the two zeros of quadratic polynomial. Be the two zeros of quadratic polynomial. Be the two zeros of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c within the brackets a ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 0 ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, a is not equal to 0. Then first point, okay, sum of zeros ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta will be equal to negative b by a, product of zeros. That is alpha into beta will be equal to c by a. Take down this. Now let alpha and beta be the two zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Sum of zeros, alpha ಮತ್ತು beta ನ add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ minus b by a equal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ c by a equal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Finish, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Let's wait
Completed.
for- Okay, I hope everyone has finished it. Let's get into the exercise which you have got. Okay. What is the first main? One quadratic polynomial ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, I'm going to do it in types. Okay, in your textbook, NCERT textbook, such things are not there. I'm going to do it in types. Okay, what is the first type of problem? The first type of problem is you have to find the zeros. One quadratic polynomial ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ zeros ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಇವಾಗ ಬರೆದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, ಅದನ್ನ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. alpha beta add ಮಾಡಿ minus b by a ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, we are going to verify it. Take down the first main. Find the zeros. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and hence verify the relationship. Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, this is your first main. Take down. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial and hence verify the relationship. Hence ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients.
Yes, sir.
Okay. first question. Okay, I'll erase this for the next 10 minutes. Please don't write anything. Whatever I'm doing, it is very, very important for both state board and CBSE. Okay, this thing, ivaga zeros heng kandiditive andre by a method called as factorization method, also known as splitting the middle term, which is very, very important for both state board and the CBSE people. There is another chapter, quadratic equation. Adralli matte same thing will do, exact same, 100% same. Okay, so listen properly. Most of you are very good in this, I know it, but listen properly. Okay, please do not get diverted. I'll make this very easy. For sure, I'll make it easy. Okay, just listen. The first question is 4x square minus 4x minus 3. Okay, now let me verify the question. Don't want to go wrong. 4x square minus 4x minus 3. Okay, good, good. Now, the very first step is, I hope it is visible. Is it visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's visible. Okay, for the next 10 minutes, please observe. Okay, the very first step is you have to check whether it is in the descending orders of the powers. Correct arrange agidya anta nodbeku. So andre x square irbeku, amele x irbeku, and there should be a constant number. Should be andre like ee order alli irbeku. X square admele x irbeku, amele number irbeku. Suppose ee 3 madhyadalli bandu 4x ee side bandidre, you cannot proceed. You have to rearrange it. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Now, let's do it fast. The next step is find the values of A, B, C. Avagale coefficients helidnalla A, B, C. A andre no coefficient of x square. X square the coefficient enide 4 ide. B andre no coefficient of x the coefficient enide -4. With the sign you have to take. Okay, C andre constant number. Constant number is -3. Is it clear for everyone? The very first step is A, B, C ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು coefficient of x square. X square ಜೊತೆ ಏನಿದೆ, x ಜೊತೆ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದು b, separate ಆಗಿರೋದು c. Next what you have to do is multiply this A and C. Multiply this A and C. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 into -3. 4 into -3 is -12. 4 into -3 is -12. Is there any doubt?
No,
I'm
sir.
not going to repeat it again. I'm not going to repeat it again. Okay. So ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಈಕ್ವೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು 0. ಯಾಕೆ 0 ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ zeros of a polynomial ಅಲ್ವಾ. zeros of a polynomial ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? 0 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ 0 ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Now what you have to find is you have to find two numbers. Two numbers ಅಂದ್ರೆ factors. Two numbers ಹೇಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ if you multiply you should get 12. If you multiply you should get 12 and ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವೆರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವೆರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಮಿಡಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell me guess the numbers? What are the numbers?
Sir, -6 plus 2.
Okay, 6 2s are. Basically it is 6 2s are. I'll come to the signs. Very good, Adesh, but I'll come to the signs later. Okay, 6 2s are 12 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. 6 ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು? -4 ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ +6 ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ +4 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. +6 ಕೊಟ್ಟು -2 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ +6 - 2 is 4. +4. So that's wrong. So ಈ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಕೊಡೋದು? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೈನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇವಾಗ ಬಿ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆ? ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆ? ಮೈನಸ್. ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಬಿಗರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ in place of subtraction whatever the sign is there, give it to the bigger number, opposite sign to the smaller number. What will you do when it is addition? ಇವೆರಡು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಬಿ ಎಲ್ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬಿ ಎಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಗಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಬೋತ್. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? Is it clear? When you are subtracting, give this sign to the bigger number, opposite sign to the smaller number. When you are adding, give this sign to both the numbers. Okay, I am clear now, I hope. So first term, first term hage itkoli, 4x square hage itkoli. Instead of this middle number, adike idana splitting the middle term anta heltiri. Instead of this middle thing, introduce these two things with an x. Okay, minus 6x plus 2x. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4x ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ minus 6x plus 2x. The last one minus 3 as it is. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. minus 4x ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. minus 6x plus 2x. ನೋಡಿ, minus 6x plus 2x ಏನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? minus 4x ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ minus 4x ನ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Yes, Adarsh.
Sir, 4x square minus 2x plus you can write like that, no, sir, because 2 and 3 will not like divide if you are taking.
That's
common
okay.
term.
That's okay. That doesn't matter. No problem. No problem. That doesn't matter. Okay. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Okay. That doesn't matter. We have to follow the steps. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಕಂಡಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿ ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ? ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೋ ತರ? ಮಿಡಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೋ ತರ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ 4 3s 12 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ 4 3s ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? 4 ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 6 2s. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸೈನ್ ನ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, now what you have to do is you have to take common factor between these two, common factor between these two. ಈ ಕಾಮನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಇದೆ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. 4 ಮತ್ತೆ 6 ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾವುದು? 2. ಸೊ 2 is your common factor. 2 ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ತೆಗಿಬಹುದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್. ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್? ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋತೀರಾ. ಇವಾಗ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಏನ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಇವಾಗ 2 ತಾನೇ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಜೊತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 2 ಜೊತೆ 2 ನೇ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಚೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. 2 2s are 4, x into x is x square. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ ನ ಹಾಗೆ ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೊರಗೋಗಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾನ್ ಔಟ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? 6 ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ನೋ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 2 as ಕಾಮನ್. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು? 6 ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಜೊತೆ ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 3. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. 2 2s are 4, x into x is x square. 2x into 3, 2x into 3 is 6x. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ಸ್ 4. 4 ಮತ್ತೆ 6 ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾವುದು? 2. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇದೆ, 2 ಜೊತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 2. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಹೊರಗೋಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಮೈನಸ್ ಒಂದ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೊರಗೋಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ 6 ಬರೆಯಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 2 ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. 2 ಜೊತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 2 ಜೊತೆ 3. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್. Now it's visible. Yeah. Now it's visible. Yeah. I have written that 2, but it was not visible. Next, ಈ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಇದೆ. 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾವುದು? 1. So 1 will be your common factor. 1 will be your factor. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ x ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ x ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಇವಾಗ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. 1 ಜೊತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 2ನೇ. 1 2s are 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ 2x. ನೀವು 1 ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಏನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದೆ? 2x - 3 2x - 3 ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಉಳ್ದಿರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2x ಉಳಿದಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ +1 ಉಳಿದಿದೆ, equal to 0. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The next step is, okay, again I'll be doing it, don't worry. Anyhow it's time up, but we'll do it, okay? ಇವಾಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 0 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಈ ತರ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಿದೆ? when can we get like this? ಏನದು ನಂಬರ್ 0 ಇದ್ರ a ಆದ್ರೂ 0 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ b ಆದ್ರೂ 0 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, or both, anything. So either a should be 0 or b should be 0. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಒಂದು 0 ಆಗಿರ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So that is what I am going to do now. Okay, for your reference you can write it. If a into b is equal to 0, either a is 0 or b is 0. So ಅದೇ ತರ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, this into this, ಇದು a ತರ ಇದೆ, ಇದು b ತರ ಇದೆ. a into b is 0 ಅಂದಾಗ either a should be 0 or b should be 0. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. x ಗೆ 2x is equal to 0, -3 ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ +3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 2x is equal to 3, therefore x is equal to 3/2. or 2x equal to 0, +1 ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ -1, 2x equal to -1, therefore x is equal to -1/2. These are your zeros. So this is your alpha. ಇದನ್ನ alpha ಅಂತ ತಗೊಬಹುದು, ಇದನ್ನ beta ಅಂತ ತಗೊಬಹುದು. Still if problem ಇನ್ನೂ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, but I just want to know, is it clear at least to a 75% level how to do this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Okay. Okay. I'll just ask questions. You tell me what will be the first step? What will be the very first step?
Splitting the middle term.
Multiplying A and C.
No, first
You have to take it to
you have to check
standard
whether
form.
it is in the correct. Yeah, is it in standard form? Standard form ಏನು? x square ಇರಬೇಕು, x ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್. Okay. What will be the next step?
Multiplying A.
Multiply
with middle term.
Once again. Okay. I hope it is visible. Okay.
Yes,
Multiplying the middle term ಅಲ್ಲ, a b c ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? The very next step is finding the coefficients a b c. a ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? coefficient of x square. b ಅಂದ್ರೆ coefficient of x. c ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ a ಮತ್ತೆ c ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? we have to find the two numbers. ಅದ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ b ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, 6 2s are 12, 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಹೋದ್ರೆ 4. ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್? How do you give signs?
B is equals to -4, because of that we'll take first term and it is minus.
ನಾನು ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಇವೆರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ತಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ 4 ಬರಕ್ಕೆ. ಇವೆರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ 4 ಬರಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ
greater number gets the greater symbol.
Yeah, very good, very good. ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ b ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸೈನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ that will be given to the greater number, opposite sign to the smaller number. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದೇ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ನ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ತರ ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ b ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸೈನ್ ನ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. we would have given to both the numbers ಅಲ್ವಾ? So that is the thing. Then write the first term instead of this middle thing. Write these two things, -6x plus 2x. The last one as it is. ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. If you have done correctly, you will be getting this and this same. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನು? 2x plus 1. Next, if two things are equal to 0, if the product of two things is equal to 0, either this is 0 or this is 0. So u ನಾದ್ರೂ 0 ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಥವಾ u ನಾದ್ರೂ 0 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. u 0 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 3/2. u ಏನಾದ್ರೂ 0 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? -1/2. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope to a certain level it's clear. Okay. Anyhow, it's time up. Okay. I just help you with this method. When I do quadratic equation, again I won't be explaining this. I'll just give you questions, you have to solve it. because same thing here. Look, itara equation. This is what here. It is a quadratic equation. Idu polynomial. Idu polynomial. ಅದನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಝೀರೋಗೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ x values na ee ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬಹುದು. This is one method. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so any doubts you can clarify it. Okay, next class we'll continue with this. Okay,
Excuse me, sir.
yes others,
Sir, this is equal to if this
one
is
by
same
one,
as-
one by one. Yes sir.
If this is same as quadratic equation, then why are we again doing polynomials and again quadratic equations?
See, quadratic equations. See, polynomial is like the main concept. Man, polynomials is different types there. Okay, in which we are learning about quadratic. If it was normal classes, you would have learned about normal and normal year academic year. You would have learned about quadratic polynomial, also cubic polynomial. Okay, ಎರಡು ಓದ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. Now, but since it is this pandemic, you are learning only about quadratic. Okay, in quadratic equation, we'll learn much more about it.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah. So that's it for the day, guys. Any doubts you can clarify? No doubts you can leave.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Sir, can
Yeah,
you
welcome.
Sir, bye, sir.
Bye bye bye.
Sir, can you explain again, sir?
This method.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who is that? Can I know?
Sir, Joyce.
Joyce. Okay, Joyce. Will you be attending class, Joyce, tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, could I explain it tomorrow itself, because I'm using my mobile and there is only 2% of charge. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'll definitely do it in tomorrow's class. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, I'm sorry that I cannot do it today, but definitely tomorrow I'll do it. I'll be starting from the beginning itself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can we ask other chapter doubt also, sir?
Yes, definitely yes, but not today since there is only less charge in my mobile. I'm using my mobile today since there is no power. Tomorrow you can ask after the class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
okay,
Thank
sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Bye.
Welcome.
Bye,
Yeah,
sir.
bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Bye. Bye.